What's happening, guys? It's Jeremy Blanton with RE/MAX Southern Shores, and today I want to take some time and share with you some things that I have learned living here in South Carolina. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get into the list. The first thing on our list is shoveling snow. Here in South Carolina, you're really not going to ever have to do that again. But what that does mean is that it could get a little warm in the summertime, but it's all good. The weather of South Carolina is amazing. We have 3 seasons that last all year round. Winter is pretty much gone. The second thing on our list is the wildlife and bugs. I remember the first time I saw this creature crawling across the floor of my house. It was a roach, or as they call it, a water bug. You're gonna find all kinds of crazy creatures that are on the ground here. It's okay, get your house treated on a regular basis and it'll take care of them. Also, if you have water behind your house, it may be that you find an alligator out there from time to time. But here's the thing, let the alligator alone and it will let you be. And if you know that the area might have alligators, don't go for a swim. It could be a tragic thing in the end. The third thing on our list is relax. When I moved here from the Northeast, I was so used to working in a hustle bustle place where we would go. And when I got to South Carolina, everything was so laid back. People were talking slower, people were walking slower, everything seemed to be in slow motion. And it made me so frustrated. I couldn't stand it that everything was going so slow. But after a few months of living here and getting over the frustration, I realized I can't beat them, so I might as well join them. And soon as I did, I started to have my blood pressure go down, I began to relax and really enjoy the reason that I moved to South Carolina to have a better overall life. The fourth thing on our list is, which side are you on? It used to be, if you moved here, you had to tell people right away, are you cheering for the South Carolina Gamecocks or are you screaming, go Tigers, go Clemson? Luckily, here in the past few years, there's been a third team that has shown up in town, otherwise known as the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Those are some of your top teams in the country when it comes to football and baseball and some other collegiate sports. And so people want to know, which team are you rooting for on a weekend? They gotta know this information. And if you think you're gonna just start a casual conversation about it, be prepared. They're gonna know stats and everything, so you better know your stuff as well. The fifth thing on the list is, when you go to a restaurant and order tea, it's gonna come sweetened. I remember the first time that I went out to eat and I ordered an iced tea and it came to the table. I took that first sip of this sweet, sugary, amazing thing and my life was changed. Here in South Carolina, sweet tea is the drink of choice, and for those of you that drink it unsweetened, they're gonna look at you a little funny. The sixth thing on our list is learn your roads and know how to get around, especially on the high times of traffic. Here along the beach and in the coastal areas, you're gonna know Friday afternoons, you don't wanna be on the major roadways because you're gonna be sitting bumper to bumper in traffic. And if you're up in the upstate or in Columbia, if it's on a football weekend, traffic could be a little crazy too because there's 70, 80,000 fans all coming to the stadium to enjoy the game and cheer on their team. So make sure you take some time, learn the back roads and the shortcuts because it's gonna save you a ton of time. Number 7, seafood is not better on a buffet. Guys, listen, there's all kinds of seafood buffets throughout the state, and yes, some of them are pretty good, but the reality is if you want real good seafood, you're gonna want, your shrimp and grits and things like that. You need to go to the better restaurants. Skip the buffets, find those, and you're gonna have a whole better experience than you could ever imagine. Skip the buffets, they're not that good, I promise you. Number 8 goes along with the whole food thing, and that's loving Lowcountry cooking. I never had heard of this term until moving to the South. That's things like, fried pickles, fried chicken, fried catfish. Basically anything that can be fried seems to fall under Lowcountry cooking and Southern food. And I'll tell you, the one thing that I never could get used to and took me a long time was this thing called chicken bog, where they take a chicken, they boil it, then they take the meat off, throw rice and smoked sausage in, and they mix it all together and make it. I'll tell you, once you try it one time though, your life could be changed by it. It's a pretty amazing thing to eat. In fact, it is so popular in parts of the state, like Loris, they have what they call the bog off every year. It's an event just to celebrate chicken bog. Number 9, people will tell you it's a dry heat. It's not. The reality is, in South Carolina in the summertime, it is hot. We have a very high humidity here in South Carolina, and so if you spend more than 5 minutes outside, you're gonna be sweating, you're gonna be hot, and you're gonna be miserable. But the beautiful thing is that our houses here, they're designed to deal with the heat. They have high ceilings, great air conditioning systems, and so as long as you can get to an inside place, you can cool down pretty quick. Number 10. Cost of living in South Carolina is extremely low. Things here are gonna just cost less. Gas, it's usually at least 15 to 20 cents cheaper than other parts of the country. Milk, groceries, those types of things, usually they're a little bit more affordable as well. But what that also means is that wages are also going to become less in our area. So as long as you can get past the fact that you're making a lower wage, you're gonna have a lot lower cost of living and enjoy living in South Carolina. The 11th thing on our list is that in South Carolina, golf is huge. People love to play golf. In fact, I have some friends who used to go to church with me who said on Sundays they would go minister to the Green family after church and play a quick round on a Sunday afternoon. There's a lot of places throughout the entire state where you can play a round of golf and enjoy the beautiful weather that we have throughout South Carolina. Because we have nice weather basically year round, those golf courses are gonna stay in really great shape and are places you can go play in the middle of winter and enjoy. When I lived up north, we couldn't go play. Why? There was 6 inches of snow on the ground, but down here, they can play year round. Number 12, tourists love South Carolina. South Carolina is known as having some of the greatest beaches throughout the country, and so millions upon millions of people come visit our beaches each and every year. One of the main sources of income for our state is the tourism industry, and especially in places like where I live along the coast, tourism is by far the #1 thing that brings revenue in. Lucky 13 on this list is that South Carolina has extremely low property taxes. According to an article on Wallet Hub, South Carolina ranks as the 6th lowest property taxes in the country. They get that money back in other places like vehicle taxes, or they automatically put you in as a second home or investor, and you have to take the time to get your taxes switched over to your primary residence. But once you do, you can expect, instead of paying hundreds of dollars a month for taxes, to paying a couple $100s for a year of taxes. It is definitely one of the biggest benefits of living in South Carolina. The 14th thing on our list is watch for alligators. Here in South Carolina, alligators are present at times in the water. You're gonna find them living in places where there's ponds or streams or places that they used to have as their habitat. So when you go to that neighborhood, if there's a pond, you might find an alligator there. Now what you need to do is just let it be. Don't try to give it a hug, let it live on its own. If you wanna go for a swim, pick a pool instead of a stream. It's gonna be much safer in the long run. And the final thing on our list today is the beaches of South Carolina are going to absolutely blow you away. Here in South Carolina, we have over 2,800 miles of coastline. That's beaches that you can go and enjoy. I grew up in Pennsylvania, right outside New Jersey, and so we went to the Jersey Shore on a regular basis. When I took my first trip to the beaches here in South Carolina, I could not believe how much larger there was and how much more space there was here in South Carolina. When we would go to the beach in Jersey, we couldn't go during high tide because the water would be going underneath the boardwalk and there was no place to sit safely. Here in South Carolina, there is plenty of space to go relax, spread out, and enjoy the beaches of South Carolina. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today on things you must know before moving to South Carolina. If you did, give it a thumbs up, get that bell on, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.